Salutations, world of YouTube. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about the new update that is available for Marvel Future Fight. This video is going to be a blend of talking and some checking out what is going on in Marvel Future Fight. So this is one that isn't quite podcasty style. You do want to go ahead and pay attention to the screen for this one. So I'm going to start off more focused on the boycott stuff, and then we will go ahead and get into the update. So I am going to be quoting Agent Mark over here. I forget if he's Agent MVP, but I'm going to call him Agent Mark. He did a rather large post on a Marvel Future Fight related Facebook group that I have copied and pasted into this notepad document. It was brought to my attention because I have Kingfisher on my Facebook, and it showed up in my activity feed as having had him comment on it, and he basically said, like, this is the end of the game, it's killing it for free-to-play players like myself. So that's the big thing. With the symbiote update, it is once again boycott season. It seems like almost every year lately around this time of the year, between Halloween and Christmas, even though it's not Halloween yet, but somewhere in the fall, somebody at Netmarble takes over that has all of the business sense of a dead snail. There's a word us 80s kids, 90s kids grew up with that sounds like guitar with an ED at the end of it. We don't use it anymore, but it applies. It's just off the charts, idiotic, and they're trying to kill their game. Conspiracy theorist types point to moves like this when a game is dying. The big cash grab, the way out, the pillaging the Scrooge McDuck vault and running with it. You could say Marvel Avengers Alliance had it when all of those suits went on sale after they finally got the code to work for the big exosuits. When, if you remember, we had that infiltrator suit for a while that really didn't work, and then all of a sudden they fixed it, and then they released all the other suits, and then within a couple months the game was dead. Could this be Netmarble's big fart in honor of Future Revolution coming out, and then maybe trying to get all the cash now while the cashing's hot? I don't necessarily believe that's the case, because why then put all the work into the symbiotes and everything? So I'm going to go ahead and read Agent Mark's letter to the community. First of all, this is not the first thread about the boycott to appear in the forums, but I hope that everyone can join to boycott Marvel Future Fight thanks to their plan to release the most pay-to-win update in their entire history. Yes, that includes that loot box debacle from 2 years ago, which is referenced as the Ultimates. There is no remedy and tolerance to their greediness this time. Here's what's going to happen. In case you're wondering why people are raising their voice to boycott, here's the summary of the upcoming V6.5 update. Netmarble has introduced a new way to power creep, except that this one is far beyond our imagination. They will implement a system where CTPs and premium cards, yes, premium cards, can be upgraded into a stronger form. The upgrade for premium card alone is a stupidly pay-to-win system, but it's not just that. In order to upgrade a CTP, or CTP reforging as it's called, you'll need exactly the same CTP. Getting a single CTP is already hard as hell, and now they require a duplicate to upgrade the existing one. In other words, if you wanted to upgrade a rage, you need a rage. You're probably, if you get another rage, are going to put it on another person who needs the rage. What kind of a roster do these people think we have that you get a rage or an insight or something like that and only dump it on one character? You probably have a list 4 to 5 deep of toons you want to put rages on, and insights, and all of the popular ones. Who was swimming in these duplicates? Who has a kiddie pool full of duplicate CTPs out there? And with power creep constantly coming with characters, and you know an update's coming, and you're like, ooh, there's a new character that needs rage now. Let me get it from character X. I mean, people have probably swapped around their main CTPs. They've been hand transferred from character to character so much. It's probably riddled with cancer from all of the, ungloved touching that goes on over there. So to think that people have duplicate CTPs hanging around is utterly ridiculous. And imagine having to spend roughly 15k crystals just to get a single forged CTP. There's also RNG behind it to make it worse. Premium card upgrades, or as they call it, card craft, is even worse. You'll need another 15 premium cards on top of tons of random mythical cards to get a single fully crafted premium. Not to mention the RNG hell behind that one. But the system's more than that. I think you've heard about it. You will quit the game immediately. It's a garbage system that doesn't deserve to be explained further. Why must it disappear? Boycotting something means we want certain things to disappear or stop. But why should we ban the CTP reforging and cardcraft system? It's simply because the power jump will be too far, and this will make the free-to-play players unable to compete with the super whales anymore. Also, with the release of the newest World Boss Legends, I'm pretty sure the difficulty is tailored or tuned with the new system in mind. That means if your cards and your CTPs and your gear and your characters are average, you will have a hard time to beat it on the new difficulty. This system makes MFF a heavy pay-to-win game, more than it ever was right now. I doubt even the whales will follow the new system. More on that. Netmarble should cancel their plan to implement this system now. I hope they literally erase the system, not just make it a little bit softer like how they did with the uniform options. The new CTP reforges and card crafts have gone too far, and no matter how they will decrease the requirements, it'll be bad. It should never have existed. What should we do right now? Boycott right now. Go to the app stores, give them a 1-star rating, tell them why this game deserves such a low rating. Don't make any purchases, especially items that support the new system. Go offline. If you feel you want to leave this game for a while to the disappointment, thanks to Netmarble, do it. If you're not taking back the system, I assure that you will lose a lot of players. Even if I didn't persuade them to boycott, they'll leave on the game by their own. It's way pay to win. We want you to erase this forever. Please spread this message. Don't let it die. This is a stupid system. Please raise your voice. Let us band together and end Netmarble's greediness. There used to be a time where I ranked Netmarble really, really low on the greed scale when MAA, MFF, and MCOC was live, and Marvel Heroes. I kind of gave Marvel Heroes and MFF the lowest, and MAA the middle, and then MCOC, Contest of Champions, is the worst. Now, Future Fight is doing something just as bad. I want to share this post from Stark's Legacy. Please leave a 1-star rating for the game. Do not spend any money on the game until the new card CTP system is scrapped. We ask everyone not to use premium cards to get the bonus stats or CTPs to reforge other CTPs. Without our money, we can bend them to our will. Shake the symbiote out of your wallet. And now let's actually get into the game. Well, first let's look at some reviews on the store. So I once again gave them a 1-star rating. You idiots went and did it again. You released an update catering only to the super whales. Boycott it now until it's fixed and not another penny spent on this garbage. Just plain awesome, but a 1-star. The game was good, but the October update is greedy. The game is a pure cash grab, took away the fun. Used to be 4 to 5 stars. They ruined it. Worst update, I'm quitting. This guy said I just changed my star to 5 because they added a token card. You need 600 tokens to buy a premium. You can get a token card at Giant Boss Raid or Future Pass. Yeah, sorry, fuck you. The game is not cheap to stay competitive. Greedy devs, don't install this. Bad decision. Wait till they realize they did this right before Black Friday. Way to kill your game. I've been in the top 16 ABX Alliance for 4 years. That's how they make their money. Well, all the top players are in agreement. Stupidest game ever. Don't install it. Devs only need the money. I don't know what Duchu is. Boycott the new update. New system sucks. Good game, but a 1 star. It's a shame what they've done. It's getting worse. Best Marvel game franchise? 1 star. I mean, what? These are so bot-ish. It's time to listen to the community. Stop killing your game. I enjoyed it. Not anymore. Recent update sucks. Been 5 years. Enough is enough. The game update will be going down soon, so greedy. With regards to your concern, please be advised that third-party applications or rooted devices may cause errors within the game. Oh, this must be somebody. This was in the past. Okay. It was because their review changed. It brought old comments back. But, alright. Time to look in the game and see what we've got. That's an Albedo cat bell behind me. That's the kitten. Hello, girl. So I actually had this up on the screen, but it kicked through, I guess. So there's Scream, looking a lot like her Marvel Strike Force counterpart. Maybe a little bit better hair, a little bit of a more rictus grin face, but pretty cool looking. Event missions. So let's see what the event store looks like. So I finished with 400. Yeah, I'll get that. I mean, these are my tokens, so I don't feel bad about this. This isn't money. This is, work that I put in and earned. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that's really worth spending on over here. May as well dump some more into Scream. And, here's the thing. This isn't just about it being right before Black Friday. This is also the fact that they released this in conjunction with the symbiotes. People want symbiotes. I mean, they're always cool. You could see Scream and Anti-Venom coming to Marvel Strike Force and what that's done. And how people feel about the symbiotes now. I mean, they're super popular. And they're pretty desired. My old girlfriend was commissioned to do a art piece for somebody many years ago that looks a lot like Gwenom over here. I mean, it was an original piece, but it was a female symbiote. And I like it. It's I love her art, and considering how steeped I am in the Marvel games and everything like that, I thought it was a good piece of work. Wow, man, that is really wicked looking. I don't know if this particular uniform, well, Anti-Venom's heel blobs are so good. If he has heel blobs that are just as good, if not better, then I think this one could be worth it. But alright, let's take a look at the store. Let's go to uniforms, and let's see what we've got. So we have SpiderGwen. Enhances the skill of heightened defenses. Changes skills. Web Warrior increases all attacks. I have seen some people post videos of the pre-release APKs and say that maybe SpiderGwen is pulling down some really good numbers at this point. That's cool. I mean, wow, that's I really like this one. Quick recovery, envenomed attack, ultimate Spider-Man are changed. 30% to all attacks. I generally don't like Miles in most of the games that he's playable. I had always found him to be relatively weak. Like Marvel Avengers Alliance was really the first one where I just hated Miles, and I like Superior Spider-Man so much better. Damn, I actually just missed her over there. Actually, no, I want mastery. So I didn't like him a hell of a lot, and then anytime I ran into him, I just didn't like Miles. But once I saw Into the Spider-Verse, I began to like him a lot more. And then his representation in Marvel Strike Force wound up being pretty cool, and I've started to develop a really strong liking of Miles now. Although in MAA he will always be weak, and I always kind of view him as weak in this game, but maybe isn't. It's Spider-Woman being 20 bios. Not going to be turning back on. I had let that lapse because I'd been missing so many days during the month. I'm glad I let it lapse. Or, well, maybe regret it a little bit that I didn't have it going before this dropped, so I could still be protesting spending money on it and get Spider-Woman, but I'm going to hold on to this. I'm not obviously going to turn her back on, well, turn on the BIOS right now and get her, but we'll take a look at what she can do. So her 5 skill, shock damage, decrease in defenses, ignores immunity. It's got penetration on it. Pretty flashy. Her 4 skill, shock damage, decrease in lightning resistance, paralyzation. She gets super armor. Interesting cone in front of her with it. Shock damage. Lightning damage on the 1. Very short attack. That's, wow. That almost seems like it should be a basic attack. Huh. And her 3, charm. So you can see, you can remember Charm for when she was Kurth in Marvel Avengers Alliance. And also, yeah, she had that little kiss move too. So it seems like a pretty good representation of her, and pretty similar to how we've seen her in some other games. Although we don't see Spider-Woman in too many games, to be honest. And then her Awakened, shock damage, stun, web, invincible. We'll hit it one more time because I kind of missed it looking at the tooltip there. So she gets Silk, she gets SpiderGwen. Pretty cool. I mean, it looks good, and it looks like perhaps a lightning related obelisk would be good for her. But we're not going to find out anytime soon. So she's listed as newly awakened. Venom hits tier 3. Of course, Scream is new, and then Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man Miles Morales, they have their new uniforms. So let's take a look at the event mission. Pumpkin Spice Bombs. I want to believe I've seen this before. That's my team that was leveling Morbius over there. Green Goblin's handing out pumpkin bombs. What do you think his pumpkin bombs would taste like? I bet they taste like candy corn. Oh, cool. So my autoplay's enabled. I can't remember if... No, I was going to say I can't remember if we've seen this mission before in Halloween's past. And that's why autoplay was available, but I don't think so. I feel like I would recognize these buckets and these cauldrons. Actually, is that cauldron attackable? No. It's just for flair. The minimum amount of flair. Or is it 47? Was it 43 pieces of flair? I think it was 43. Sometimes I get that confused with 27. In a row? Hey you, get back here. It's a very... Is that the inside of a movie theater? I'm not even too sure what they're going for in the background over there. It looks like a street, but what's with the stairs leading up to the big jumbotron over there? Well, alright, so let's look at cards. My mythical cards. Alright, so at least here I'm not seeing the new... I'm not seeing too much of the new system here. Card collection, owned cards. Hey, Alberto. How you doing, little kitten? So, Marvel Zombies. Yeah, at least for here, I'm not seeing this new card forging. Let's go ahead and look at CTPs. Let's find somebody who has a named CTP. Okay, CTP of Energy. Reforge. Wow. Wow. You need that many to reforge, and then it requires whatever currency that is? Man, that is that's ridiculous. Well, actually, that's not requiring the same ones, but it is requiring other high-level CTPs. Huh. Reforging CTPs requires one CT, at least one of the same type. Using additional does a super success. Okay, that's what it is. So if I were to reforge one of those, okay, now it's available, but I need whatever that currency is. And wherever that comes. Wow. What an absolutely stupid system. But where is the new card stuff, though? Huh. Not too sure where the new card stuff is yet. But this is just ridiculous. Yeah. That reforging system for CTPs is awful. I can't imagine... I mean, for me, yes, I had a bunch of CTPs available because I'm casual and I don't know who I would want to put them on other than my mains, and I actually have to, like, check out a CTP clinic to find out what I should do with all of those extras. But now, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with this stuff? So... there is the... Oh, we should take a look at Scream. Let's take a look at Scream before we wrap up the video. Since we got her in Strike Force, let's see what she looks like over here. So, going to skill. Using Symbiote Pierce to pull everybody closer, and then follow up with Hairblade Spin, Screaming Sphere. So prior to knowing about this update, I spent some of my Google points on this. I should have... Yeah, there's that 300 selector. Yep. So I had this, before all this shit went down over here. It's my Google Play points that I had accrued from purchases. And when I knew new characters were coming, I decided to stock up on that piece. And it looks like it is usable on Scream. We should be able to drop the 40. Cool. So Scream is definitely free to play. That is certainly neat. And I do believe we have Null as a new world boss fight. There he is. So you can't... He isn't the one of the day, which seems weird. Like, if you're going to release a new world boss, why aren't you making him the one of the day? Unless you're maybe afraid of bugs or something. You're like, oh god, maybe he's going to be overtuned. Alright, so I'm going to bump her up a little bit. Wow, that used a lot of cards. Wow, that really uses a lot of cards. That's an odd amount of chips there. Yeah, alright, we'll do that. Get her right up to 55. Alright, so now we can see what her skills are going to look like a little bit. So use the Pierce, which I don't have, and then follow up with Hairblade Spin, 4, Screaming 4-3, 4-3-2. So it's supposed to be 5-4-3-2, at least according to them. Let's preview the skills. So 5, 4. Wow. She's fun. That looks really cool. So spiky. But man, that's an epileptic warning right over there. That's... Look at them in the row. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then a 1 for polish off. So there's an invincibility. You may have to cancel the 5. So 5 of the invincibility. Yeah, you may have to do some cancels in there to take advantage of the invulnerability. Although it does look like she gets a lot of things sucked in. There's not a lot of people on the screen that are hanging out. That group up there is pegging away on me. But they got stunned on that. Let's see. There's the 5. The 4. They're off screen. Now they've come in. Now they're shooting me. Could be rough. She might be taking a good amount of damage if she doesn't get a lot of things on the whirl. Pretty high crit rate, pretty high critical damage. Not too sure how she'd get billed. Maybe attack speed for all those massive AoEs that go out over there. Use the tokens by clearing mission. Okay, so that's the update so far. Okay, well, let's see if we can... I'm actually interested in some of the uniforms. Because I really do wonder if Anti-Venom is going to be as good in the striker position as he is now. Because those blobs are so good. Let's see what this looks like. It's cool. Looks like there's a silence in there. Yeah, so he's got a little bit of that carnage aspect to him, where the things on the ground will trek after the enemies. They kind of collapse in. And let's look at his tier 3. Damn, wow. Oh, wow. That's actually really cool. I like that. Let's take a look at what SpiderGwen looks like. I can't wait to see if she is really this monster that everybody... Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm not too sure. Maybe they hit hard, but it doesn't look like the... It doesn't look particularly flashy, but maybe it actually... Well... Got some webbing over here. It's possible, yeah. I could see how it might be pretty cool. Let's see what the, damn. Looks solid. Doesn't look like it'd be the best for PvP. It definitely seems to be PvE oriented over there. Let's take a look at Miles. Damn. That's pretty aggressive. Is that shock damage in there? Yep. Another shock damage. Huh, that's an interesting webbing. They do seem like they're webbed for a decent amount of time there. It might be decent in PvP if the cooldowns work out. Alright, there we go, folks. There's the symbiote update, or the boycott update, as a lot of people are saying. How do you guys feel? What do you guys think about the symbiotes in this? I think they kind of at least visually knocked it out of the park. But I think what they've done is, in fact, far too greedy. And it's something to do with Netmarble in the fall. I don't know really what it is with them, but they always seem to screw up in the fall. So, anyway, guys, that's the video for today. Let me know what you think of the update and, of course, the boycott. Have a good one, everybody.